we always say it works and then it doesn't, so don't jinx it.
I don't know. You broke that streak.
Well, you know, I can't help but be brilliant. I'm sorry I'm a genius. A technological prodigy, truly. I'm streaming on both tonight and it's really weird, so I can't see my stream, how we have it kind of set up. I can only see what I'm drawing. So if something looks weird, you gotta let me know. Hi, Tofu. Hello, bye-bye. Trying to make sure people actually know what's going on. Hi. What are you sniffing at? So intense with the sniffs, ma'am.
I'm sorry, someone.
How dare you leave and abandon her?
I remember someone was in the bathroom. Oh my gosh. I didn't finish making the food. She must be pissed.
Well, yeah, that's how dare, honestly. Hello, Snow Monochrome. How are you? Their Twitch chat is here and YouTube chat is here, so
That's gonna be fun to
that's gonna be
deal
fun.
with.
Okay, I gotta like,
Carry on two separate conversations at the same time.
yeah, right. Gotta make sure people know I'm streaming. See, that's the key. If you want people to watch your streams, you actually have to tell them that you're streaming.
What?
I know, it's tragic. How are you? Well, dang, this will be nice if this works out, because then I don't have to worry about where I'm streaming. I can just stream on both.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Trying to decide if I want headphones in to listen to like my own music as I go through this. I'll have it on low volume in case you want to talk to me. Phoenix, subscribe. Ryan Phoenix, subscribe, tier 1. They've been subscribed for 9 months. Thank you.
Hype train.
Hype train. Hype train? What's a hype train? Oh no, that's not necessary. Hello. It's kind of cool how this works. Am I unprofessional? Okay, we are gonna draw in a minute. I'm just trying to make sure. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now, and I'm just making sure everything's going well before I get into the drawing. What do we think of the drawing so far? I did this sketch after doing some of the posing exercises from Dawson's Challenge, the modern day James Gumroad. Can you be my stream assistant? Can you be my stream assistant for what I'm about to ask? I just go to Gumroad and search modern day James. I want to plug his stuff in the chat, you know, since he's blowing my goddamn mind these days. If you're looking for a good, simple, straightforward tutorial with sheets to draw from to help pose your characters better, that class blew my mind. And it led me to another one that I will hopefully take soon. That's something I can get tonight. I can get the next thing. I was watching James's tutorial on posing, and he referenced another Gumroad on posing. Yeah. Oh no! If I listen to Spotify here, it won't play there. It just went into my headphones.
Oh, well.
That's alright. I didn't need to be happy. It's fine. I was just gonna listen to Glitch Mob, that's all. Okay, I gotta re-find you. No, you come here. Scan F. Oh, thank you. handsome stranger. Shoot. Okay. Let's get the iPad here. Get it into position. So this was a really cool drawing. I know it doesn't look like much, but it means a lot to me because I figured something out that was really cool. Where, you know, you kind of got your horizon line about here, and then everything down slopes downward like this, and everything above it slopes up like that. I've always had a hard time capturing that, so it was cool for me to figure that out. Did you feed Beast? Beast is still your welcome, sir. Oh god. Oh, that's why I didn't want to pop Twitch out. Hold on. Don't mind me, I'm just a dumbass. OBS, come to me please. There we go. Thanks, Ryan. I'm exhausted. As you can imagine, I have been restless the past couple days. There we go. There we go. All better. Okay, you chat there. You chat here. Hello! So see, you got your horizon line, and everything beneath it slopes down. Everything above it goes up. That's cool as shit. It probably doesn't sound like it, but I think it's cool. I'm trying to figure out if I want to draw more poses or if I want to color this one. What do you think? Should I color this or draw more? I don't know. Hmm? If it was that simple, I would have decided for myself. Alright. Let me see if maybe I can do some more. So let's say... got a horizon line here. No, that's already incorrect. Oh yeah, hold on. I also made a cool brush. Let me show you guys. So I took my favorite stone. I made a bismuth brush. How cool is that, right? I can add texture. Kittens, I'm dead inside, but we're still here. But what's important is that I made a brush out of bismuth. The best stone to ever exist. Like, look at that. Look at that majesty. Hold on. Like, how badass is that? I can make anything look like technology, alien technology. Actually, no, I did want to color this sketch so I could use this brush. Yeah, so let's take this bitch. Size her up a little. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna color this. Hello, hello, hello. That brush looks cool. Thank you. I had to go through a couple different variations of it. I made like a stamp brush. Hold on. Where I could like stamp on the bismuth color. I made one where I could just kind of sketch it in like that. It took me a long time to get the brush to not repeat things like as a square over and over like tiles. But once I got there, it was pretty cool. And then this one's kind of a mix of my favorite pencil brush and the Bismuth. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. And then I made a pencil out of a different pencil that I really like, finally. So we got that. I make so many brushes. I should probably at some point share them with people, but I have to wait for that honor. I have to wait until someone's like, hey, what brush do you use? Not there yet. I'm not looking forward to that. Okay. So how do I want to color this is another question. Okay, I think I can get rid of you at this point and then just have you out as a sketch. So that's getting annoying. Actually, let's edit up this sketch a little bit. I'm still kind of sick, not super sick, so if my voice sounds weird, it's because I'm still a little sickly. But I was extremely happy with the progress that I made just from that one tutorial bundle. I'm hoping that that trend keeps up. If it does, people should fear me at this point. There are some brushes that other people made before and they're pretty neat and helpful. I just like the fact that you can like make your own brush. Like that concept to me is just cool. You don't have to like make it by hand and all that shit. You can just make one. I like seeing people get innovative with them. Like I've seen comic artists use brushes before to my subscription notification worked. Hi Lynn! My subscription notification worked. Ah, subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I appreciate it. I gained a couple subs this past week. I was very surprised. Thank you. The chats have been alerted to your aliveness. Thanks. Appreciate it. Yeah, so now I have YouTube and Twitch for people who prefer one over the other. I have been told that by streaming on both, there's a possibility that I could lose my affiliate status on Twitch. I don't know how much validity there is to that. I don't care. I never had like the biggest hard-on for Twitch. It was really fun. It's fun to use, but it's not gonna break my heart if I can't use it. I really gotta figure out this shoulder piece at some point. I can never quite get it to look how I picture it in my head. Looking for something to listen to now that I'm working on my own Procreate project? Hell yeah. Oh, the pressure curve, that's what. Yeah, there we go. touch it. I feel like I'm gonna ruin it. Okay, well, because I can't remember how I do things, let's take a look at something I did do. I could color it like that. Potentially. How did I color this? I completely forget how I do things, so I'm gonna rewatch myself do something real quick, because I don't remember how. I wish brain dead me and conscious me could just have a meeting. Make a live in your Discord and just play Stardew and vibe for others. Stressful days can kind of like a vibe. Huh, you're telling me. Stress does not even begin to cover it. Okay. How will that apply to this, is my question. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. So we're gonna take this line art and we're gonna tweak with the colors. See? Why does it do that? Well, we'll just go in with flats and see what happens. Oh, good heavens. There we go. Hi, Tofu. There we go. After your live, naturally. You can go do it now if you want. Everybody's on a Stardew battle kit this week. It does look really good. It looks like a very peaceful game. What'd you say?
It's a de-stressor.
De-stressor, huh? You fed her, so now she'll let you live. Bonus, right? Oh, dang, evil. And I think a werewolf. Sophie, what are you getting into? No good, I'm sure. So that stuff's made out of the same material as this, so we're all gonna make it the same color. Fox Kid. Oh my gosh, hello! How are you? Not after your life. You got me? I'll fight you. No, you could do it now. There's nothing stopping you from just doing it now. You could Stardew Valley and listen to me in the background. I don't know. I am lonely. You are here. You have company now. Hello. Fox Kid, quite frankly, dead inside. Very badly today, but we're going forward. I want to know how you are, though. How's your recovery going? How's your back? How's work? Do you need me to beat someone up? Today was a shit day, Sam. I wish it was not a shit day for you, though. You don't deserve a shit day. Oh, God. I want to add more color variety, especially with the bandages. Is she coming over for snuggles? Minutes. My back still has a few moments. Well, that's not cool. I kind of expected, but not cool. Apparently, while I was fairly radio silent for a few days when Marissa's been sick, her house got COVID, and today we found out my mother's husband may have been exposed to some of the fires. Oof, that's not fun. I'm gonna do another 5 months. Bought myself a gallon of vodka, so all should go well. Okay, have some water nearby to drink, please. Just need more friends to share it with. That's a mood. And actually, considering the text message I just got, can you please go grab me an IPA? I can only take so much stress in one small fraction of time. I hate everything about that. That's never a good thing. Ever.
Oh boy.
Okay, Sophie, go get my phone. All yours. Play with it. You can have it. I won't need it because I'm gonna go live in the mountains. Finally having a donut. We did get ourselves some mad good donuts today. Okay, the bandages. Ooh, that's bright. Hello, Liz. What's up? Cinnabar, wait a minute. You were on YouTube, and now you're on Twitch. Oh crap, both chats are going. Hi, Idol. I hate super hyper security login. Give me name and password, you can still send me emails. Security code, watching on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube is currently better. Cool beans, I'm still gonna stream on both. Because, no, if I stream on YouTube, people are going to bitch that I'm not on Twitch, and if I'm on Twitch, people are going to bitch that I'm not on YouTube. So I'm just going to stream with both. I think that makes it easier for everybody. Hello, Elena. Hello, Sam. Again? Sam twice? Double Sam? Everybody needs double Sam. I need a human cuddle pillow. I need a human... Boxing? What is that thing called? That people punch when they're angry. Don't T-pose at me. Punching bag. A human punching bag, but like that's not real. That's filled with fuzz, perhaps. I'm watching both, keep an eye on both stream chats. Oh, Sam, you don't have to do that. Thank you, though. Kind of cool to have to turn the audio off on one. I'm getting an echo. Yeah, I mean, you can just turn the audio off on one. I don't think you have to listen to the audio on both. Just saying hello. Hello! That would be cool to get like an echo. Yeah, I don't have audio on. Yeah, I figured, I didn't think people were gonna try and watch on both. I feel like... I mean, Sam, I understand because she feels the need to keep on chats, which I appreciate, but I don't want you to feel like you have to. Hold on. Hand me that phone real quick. I've got to set, like, just one thing straight before I forget. Fine time, motherfucker. Doodling, doodling, doodling. Okay, now we're gonna take this little skin tone we've got here. Oh, well, though, I guess we should just stick to flats for the moment, considering what I'm about to do. But we can go in and line some of these details. There we go. Oh, I thought you just dropped your laptop. Oh, again, yes. Like your eggs, man. Should I expose you for spilling a whole cup of eggs on my counter? Egg. Kinda looks like a water dragon. Echo sounds cool. Nice. I'm gonna go away from keyboards. Post me on Discord anytime if you want to talk about anything. Same to you, sir. Make sure you have water. Stay hydrated. They fill those cans so full. It's unnecessary. It's appreciated, but unnecessary. Okay, so we're going to take this over here. Hop on over here. Is anybody else drawing? And if so, what you drawing? There we go. Oh, kittens. I tell you, I found a filter the other day that made me look like a dude, and I honestly was kind of here for it. LMAO. Ooh! Isn't that on Snapchat, I think? Yes, big old face. Nice. Sam, have you met in kittens? Kittens subscribed, tier 1. They've subscribed for 9 months. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm working on a DIY for shark teeth. Turning out pretty cool. That does sound cool. Nah, it was on Instagram. Snapchat makes me. Ooh, Instagram's getting more fun filters. I'm here for it. Alright. So let me just put all of these flats in a group. So now I can move these around and adjust them, hopefully, as a group. No. But I can move them around as a group, which is nice. The one on Snapchat makes your head too square, in my opinion. Far too square. Sorry, folks. Trying to handle the situation. I send a pic on the Insta. Hell yeah. Oh, I'm here for that. You look so good. Man, howdy as a lady and as a man. How does it feel to be God? Jesus. Look like the pirate captain of my dreams. Much confusion. Answers. Okay, so tell you what we're gonna end up doing is we're just gonna flatten that all into one layer. We're gonna put the pigs, flatten it into one layer, and we're gonna do this thing again. Here we darken some. Lighten the others. What did you spill? What did you spill? Sophie, come here. You think I would notice by you being quiet? I saw how fast she got off that couch. She exposed you. What did you spill on my carpet, sir?
I had a chip. And it went crunch.
It went everywhere, I'm assuming. How dare. Truly. Okay, so we're shaking right now. Currently working on... Oh, goodness, we got people in both chats. Currently working on color comps for an environmental landscape class. That's cool. You should post those in the Discord when you have a chance. It's already pretty black in there, but... watching. Oh no, the mask was not among those. That's fine, I'll go back to that. How's everybody else's day so far? Do you only use Procreate? Yes, I do only use Procreate. I don't really have anything else. I don't have a drawing tablet besides the iPad. Someday I would like to be able to get some kind of tablet, but as of the moment I just don't really have the option. There we go. Got some more color in there. Deb baked cookies for Robbie and I, so making cookies. What kind of cookies, though? It's a pretty good option. CSV for the iPad is pretty nice, too. For Clip Studio Paint is nice. I didn't really like it that much for the iPad. Everybody keeps pestering me to get Clip Studio Paint, but I think until I get a decent drawing tablet, that's not gonna happen. And now that's going to be far time away. A time far away. And for now, I kind of like Procreate. I've gotten pretty used to using it. I feel like for no good reason at all, a lot of people tend to look down on Procreate as an option for artists, but I far prefer this to anything else at the moment. Clip Studio has a lot of cool assets and brushes, though. I will give them that. Are you okay? Have you taken medicine at all in the past couple hours? I have not seen you get up and take medicine. Ooh, chocolate chip is good. Clip Studio after fucking GIMP is so heavenly. Oh, I can't even imagine, dude. I switched between Procreate, Clip Studio Paint, my old Photoshop. I refuse to pay for Adobe. That's the spirit. I wouldn't pay for it either. One thing I wish that drawing program would do is add a search bar. I have so many brushes. Yeah, that would be nice, but I would not know my brushes by name. It also might be a sign for the both of us that we need to cut down our brush intake. I don't need you to laugh. Hello, Mr. Sir 98. Welcome. How are you? I am streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so if I'm talking to one chat and not the other, I'm not talking to myself. I just have two different windows open for it. How are you, Mr. Sir? What brings you here on such a fine day? Couldn't you make a favorites folder though? At least I think that's what to do. Yeah, you can make a favorites folder on Procreate. I have most of my brushes in the favorites folder I have that's just labeled Goss brushes. Did she hurt herself or you? Oh, I thought you said don't lick the ouch. For some reason. I was like, okay. One, weird. Oh, I don't know what to do with the background of this at all. Guys, if you put all your brushes in the favorites folder, it's not a favorite. No, I don't have all of my brushes in the favorites folder. The brushes that I've made are in my favorites folder. and then all the brushes. I just like the skull profile picture. Thank you. I make skulls on a lot of things. The drawing too, of course. Thank you, Mr. Sir. I appreciate it. Tell me, Mr. Sir, do you draw? Are you an artiste or just an appreciator of the arts? I do both, plus I paint. Low key though, I don't stream or post in. Ooh, but what do you like to draw / paint? Any particular subject matter? Kinda had a cool lighting scenario, so I picture her probably in the snow somewhere, causing trouble. As you know they do. Everything alright over there? That didn't sound like I'm fine behavior. That sounded like I was about to die behavior. I was definitely wanting to incorporate this kind of bismuth texture to No short armor. Almost looks like frogs. I don't have a style, I just do things. Last thing I think was a psychedelic horizon, mushroom trees, purple Saturn, and sunflower stars. That sounds magnificent. That sounds exactly like the kind of stuff that I like. I don't draw that as much, but I like looking at it. Kind of a dreamcore, vaporwavy type vibe. At least I picture. I'm not sure. Make her stand out just a little more. I don't know. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think a more concise background. I don't know the lingo, but maybe Vaporwave made it in. The earth was pink. Well, hell yeah, she loves Vaporwave. Trust me, it sounds right up her alley. I like how that stuff looks too, but I'm not good at doing that art myself. Same. Mostly an OC artist. By OC, I mean I mostly draw mine, except for the one time I drew hers. Which was very, very much an honor. That made me happy dance for like a week. And Sam has really cool OCs too. Sniggle and I were just talking about that today. she asleep already? Oh my goodness. Sweet angel baby. Okay. Never mind, I figured out what it is. Problem solved. Anyone else here the second oldest in their family? just curious. Today's Friday, right? So today, tomorrow, and then Sunday. Fair enough. I think vaporwave and synthwavy and lo-fi stuff is one of the most underappreciated genres of our generation. Is that a bold statement? Yes. But an incorrect one? I don't think so. Ooh, that was a lot. I'm gonna tone that down a little bit. I mean, it's basically what all of our favorite stuff is built off of. People just don't use the word, like, vaporwave, synthwave, lo-fi, things like that. This motherfucker don't miss. Do you mean the music? Sam's OCs? Okay, we gotta tweak you a little bit, because this is driving me nuts. Blaze, shape, vapor. No, that didn't change it. Size, opacity, flow. Maybe I just need to make it bigger. I don't know. I still need to fucking engineer some of these brushes. Actually, this scene would fit pretty well with a section of Delphira's story. A sad one, but a good one. The place where it snows ash all of the time. And no, not Silent Hill. Oh, she wishes. feel like anytime I say, oh, this is gonna be like a sad, would be a sadder scene, people are like, duh. Actually, the post where I drew Dell is one of my top posts, I think, so I think we get 200 likes, that's pretty high to me. It's still my phone background. It makes me happy whenever I look at it. Love it with all my heart. So technically, in this particular scene, Delphira would be dead. So she's not having a great time, you know? Neither is Peter right now, who I guarantee is having an absolute heart attack at this point in the story. I'm sorry I'm not talking as much. I'm trying to focus on this, and I'm just particularly distracted today. Today's just kind of one of those days where you have to process a lot of different thoughts at once, and it's just not cooperating. I have a lot of things to think about and not enough time to do it. It's a little too purple. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad that post got a lot of likes though. You deserve it after all the hard work you put into it. And all of the creepy eyes. It's the best. Oh yeah, so I was going to... I don't know how many people are here, so I'm probably gonna have to post this on Instagram. I was thinking instead of doing 2 videos a month, I'll do a live stream for the first 3 weeks and then a video at the end of the month, so that way I don't have to... I feel like just one big video at the end of the month detailing all the stuff that I had gone through and learned is going to be a lot more beneficial for everybody than me doing a halfway point video, which is essentially just going to be me... Like, the middle of the week video is going to be too short and recap stuff, and then the video at the end of the month is just going to be re-saying some of that stuff with some more stuff added on. So I figured live streaming would probably be a better bet. me connect with you guys a little bit more on a direct level, which I do like. Yeah, that just looks weird. There we go. You okay, Toby? You got itchy ears? Come here. Up. Up. Toby, up. Come on. Not all the way up. Here, come here. Up. Oh, not all the way up. Oh, God. Hi. Hi. Let me get your itchy ears. A monthly recap sounds more tight than consolidated die. Okay, thank you. Yes, he did get permabanned from Twitter. Thank God. I know you got those itchy ears, BB. We're gonna take you to the vet soon, I promise. If I could just conjure the same energy to finish the peer drawing I started. No rush at all. You know that. I told you didn't even have to do it in the first place. Yeah, I feel like a monthly recap in a video form is just gonna be better, and then I can live stream on Twitch and YouTube 3 times, 1 each week, so you guys can kind of do it alongside me if you want, or whatever. I can connect you guys on a more direct level. I think that would just be better for me, for everyone. Especially now considering that I do not have the guaranteed free time to do 2 videos. It just gives me a little bit more freedom, which is always good. Are you good? It's kind of hard for me to... It's gonna be kind of hard for me to do this with you on here. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Let's take a little pet break. Yeah? Come here. Little pets. Little pets. Is Daddy not giving you enough attention? Is he not giving you enough attention? Glare at him with me, Sophie. Look. Look at the glares. The condescending looks. Have a good stream. See you later, Mr. Sir. Are your ears still itchy? Still got itchy ears? No, I don't need you to lick my hand. Oh my goodness. She's been having super itchy ears lately, but there's no inflammation, there's no smell coming from her ears. We've been giving her Benadryl, which helps a lot, but once we get the stimulus checks, at some point, we're gonna take her to the vet and see if maybe there's just a particular allergy that's bothering her ears. Or what? Okay, can you get down? Oh, she did the big jump. She jumped all the way. Good girl. Yeah, you go harass Daddy. Alright. Okay, iPad again. Whew. Goodness. Yeah, feel free to come back, Mr. Sir. It was nice talking to you. Oh. Oh, what a cuddle bug. Her ears are still itchy, man. Can you, I don't know, it's 7:45. Do you want to give her a Benadryl? Or you might want to just spray her ears for now. And then later we'll give her a Benadryl so it'll last through the night. She's gonna run from you though, be ready. She's not gonna be happy. Understandably unhappy. Sophie's like, I don't gotta do shit. No.
Love you. I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this, Sophie.
You can't hide under my desk, sweetheart. She's like, I know what that spray is. Get away from me. You guys can't be under my desk and do this. Daddy will cut up a strawberry for you and put it in your little play toy. What a good girl. There's like an anti-hot spot spray that's been helping your ears a lot. But she hates it. Someone's like, you're not my doctor.
So much.
She does hate it. How would you feel if I sprayed water in your ears? Or like tea tree oil, because that's what it smells like. Cut up a lot of strawberries and put it into those two things there. She's gonna get that out in 2 seconds. There you go. What a good girl, Sophie. Can you figure it out? She's gotten too good at that.
Also kind of pushed in there a little bit. So it's harder to do.
Remember when she was a puppy and it actually took her like a couple of seconds to get it all out?
Right.
I got her the hardest puzzle thing I could find, and she figured it out almost immediately.
Like 10 minutes. She got both done.
Yep.
I was like, don't get more now.
Well, right? She was like, oh, sweet. The faster I do it, the more I get. And I'm like, no, or you're gonna die. That's not how that works. She's too smart for her own good. Bye, Sophie. Are you too smart for your own good? Yeah. Are you gonna take over the world one day? Say, yeah, mama. I sure will. But I'll let you live, because you got me strawberries. Okay, and then I want this to be much darker than it is. There we go. Okay, so we got like kind of a cool scene going on. I'm still not sorry. She needs a doctorate. Do you like these puns? I think they're excellent. They're an exemplary example of a good pun. Oh, I'm so sad that Sabi and Sniggle are in here. They would appreciate the good puns. Did she get all of it already? My goodness. I came into fun, which makes me real happy. Hello, Rain. How are you? Yeah, we're just talking about how smart Sophie is, and then Sam's over here showing us how to be funny. Oh, I guess we can incorporate a ring light then, can't we? Ring light time. I'm so excited. I can be a cool artist now. Oh, goodness. Oh, actually, you know what? It kind of needs to be on top of the line right now, doesn't it? How you doing, Rain? She scared you? Are you playing a scary game right now?
No, those were pants.
Oh, okay. You got this. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm sure you got this. Oh, are you playing that airplane game? The flight, the thing. Nice. Oh, my work is looking so amateurish right now, but the poses. Ah, thanks, Tess. I think that's one of the only reasons I'm not like soul crushed today is because my Etsy shop is somewhat doing well. It's definitely popping up harder than I expected, that's for sure. We're making progress. I don't dislike it. Shush art looking fine. Can't tell me what to do. Moobot, hello, thank you. Oh goodness. Moobot is functioning? I thought I turned Moobot off. My in key keeps popping up. Hello, Sketch Geek. How are you? Long time no see. How you been? An honest answer is absolutely terrible, but an optimistic answer is it's no longer 2020, so we're holding in for hope. I thought I had Moobot disabled because I still needed to fix something. My Etsy shop doesn't have the 15% off sale right now, but it does have mostly all free shipping, so there's that. And like 8 new products since last time. Thanks, Moobot, but I will have to shut you off at some point and edit you. How are you doing, Sketch Geek? He streams as well, just as a side note. Feel free to plug your stream channel and information. Yeah, last year was hard, but we're trying to do better this year. Specifically trying to get better with certain aspects of digital art and being able to draw characters. This past week I did Modern Day James's Gumroad tutorial on posing your characters, and I got through the first couple sheets and through the first video, and it already helped a lot. Like, I feel like I've already learned a lot. There's a different Gumroad I'm gonna check out that he recommended for learning different posing and angles and things like that, because it's an important thing about drawing your characters that I feel like isn't discussed as much as it should be. Usually when I see artists like me or younger artists talk about like Starbite is a really popular artist, especially with newer artists, and they can pose their characters and do really dynamic things from a bunch of different angles, and usually what I hear is, you know, I need to get better at anatomy to do that, which I've learned is not entirely correct. You do need to be pretty good at anatomy, but you also need to learn how to think about that anatomy in a 3D space and learn how to like turn it and move it, which I'm relatively bad at, but this year is all about tackling those weak spots, so we'll see how we are at the end of it. I'm doing pretty well, I think. Just started streaming again. Hell yeah. You stream late. I always feel bad when I miss it, but I think during my time zone, it's usually around like 8 or 9 o'clock. But I'm also a grandma, so don't mind me. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Did you die?
No.
Not yet?
Real close.
Real close.
Real close.
You got this. Come on, Sophie, you can do it. One little bit of strawberry left. Okay, add a little bit more blue in some of these parts. How's your puppy doing? Figured out why the key won't stay on. Poop crown top clips are broken. Ooh. Membrane keyboards. What's a membrane keyboard? I like streaming in the afternoon or morning more often, but most of the time, day job won't allow it. I feel that. I just want to buy a mechanical keyboard that I can use with this. I have one saved on a wish list. Ah, yes! I love the mechanical keyboard. It's the best. Luna is still an angel baby. I believe it. That is what's on laptops. Ah, yeah, those keys can break pretty easily, and it is very annoying. I have a key missing to this day on Edna. Which reminds me, I need to get some of the old info off of Edna soon before we throw her off a cliff. Luna is so cute. So cute. I think my biggest challenge going forward, specifically with posing, and then the next thing I have is anatomy, from the same artist. I think just thinking about things in a 3D form is going to be my biggest hurdle, first and foremost. Shouldn't be too bad, and I'm looking forward to it, but, you know. In order to do more dynamic poses. I haven't checked social media in a long time. What have you been up to? Ooh. Working. Commissions, working. Pretty much just trying to keep up with bills at this point. Josh lost his job twice. So we've been pretty fucked over in the financial aspect of things, but we're starting to catch up like a little bit. And I did some editing to my Etsy shop, and I got a pretty big boom of orders after that, and I'm hoping that that can keep up. Ma'am, please? If you're gonna scratch the shit out of the couch, at least do it over on his side of the couch. You're such an angry doggo. What did the couch do to you? Hopefully things will pick up pretty soon. I'm optimistic. I think last year, it sucked, but it did have some lessons? I don't know. So many people are being like, last year fucking sucked. And while I do agree, I am trying to see some good parts in it. I did have someone sponsor for me to get a new PC so I wouldn't have to deal with that demon of a laptop. So that was really cool. We still have our apartment, which is nice because there was a couple times where we thought we were gonna have to move out because we just couldn't afford it. So we still have the apartment. We still have our dog. She's alive. That's good.
Very alive.
Very alive. Very alive and mad at the couch. Nothing like a 2 a.m. rush to the fucking vet ER to really keep you alive. Get that blood pumping. We've learned that she is very allergic to kibble, which I had never heard of until now. Dude, Rain, that sucks. Feel free to plug her stuff. Wink wonk. Her stuff. Rain stuff? Rain also streams. Silver linings. Living dog is always good. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a couple heart attacks because him and I got COVID. She had to go to the vet.
Sophie.
She's just very passionate about that couch. Hello, man. We both got COVID. She had to go to the vet. He lost his job the first time, got it back, and then lost it again without even a 24 hours notice. I had my job at Amazon, but then I had to quit because I had a box dropped on me, and my wrist still hurts. Still hurts from that. I had a box dropped on me. I hyperextended my thumb. I ended up having to quit that job. Door dashing, thankfully, has been pretty alright so far. I mean, you're just driving around and you can listen to music. So I count that job as a blessing so far. With migraines, it's been a little bit hard. Especially since they've gotten a little bit worse lately. But that's just going to happen as seasons change and whatnot. So that's to be expected. Maybe once I move on to the monthly injections, it should get a little bit better. No, she was saying plug your stuff. Oh. Why? Sketch Geek knows where to find me if he so needs it. That's okay. Moobot already did it up there. But Rain, you should plug your stuff. Just saying. But yeah, 2020 definitely threw us hardcore for a loop. But we've got each other, we've got our dog, and we have a roof. And I stopped the dishwasher from smelling like death. Genius, prodigy, figured out how to stream on YouTube and Twitch. Brilliance, truly. I don't know. If I keep putting work into my Etsy shop, hopefully, this is a big hopefully, big maybe, but if it keeps going the way that it has been going, I might be able to go full-time as an artist before the end of the year. That's what I'm hoping for. I think we can get there. Nothing some good old marketing research can't solve, or has solved so far. Like, last year, I think in total, I made maybe barely 10 sales on Etsy. It's the 8th today, and I've had 8 sales, so like 1 per day so far. It might slow down, who knows. I have no idea how to predict this. But we're just gonna see how it goes as it goes. I plug you all the time, Goss. You a homie. I wanna make sure you succeed this year, so it makes up for last year's bullshittery. Man, last year was a patience earner. I'm very much I'm a person that likes to know what's gonna happen and to plan for things, and last year threw that completely out the window, which I think has afforded me a little bit more patience than I might have had. I managed to hold on to some semblance of sanity, which is crazy considering I didn't have any when the year started. So I gained some sanity, perhaps. You know, that's a bonus. Could have been a lot worse, I'll tell you that much. Could have been a lot worse. I've had good people and good company to help me stay sane, which is just a big enough blessing in itself, truly. I'm hoping next year with some particular political changes, things might get a little bit better. Someday our stimulus check will come. Someday. If you filed your taxes with TurboTax, by the way, and you still haven't gotten your stimulus check, there's a reason for that. TurboTax fucked up. They will be fixing it. I'm sure there'll be highs and lows. Well, your hair's still white, so that's good. Yeah, I'm really, like, fucking lucky that my mom does my hair.
I had to stop dyeing it. I haven't dyed it in 6 months.
I haven't dyed it in 6 months. It's just naturally white now. No, my mom's done my hair for free. Forever. And I told her that she didn't have to, and she insisted on it. So, very lucky to have that. Because bleaching your hair white is like $300 to $400, depending on the length of your hair, how white you want it, and anything else that's done to it. I'd be more worried if it wasn't. Me too. Oh my goodness. Because my family back at home has also had some harder times this year. Everyone got fucked, really. I don't think really many people were safe from all the bullshittery that's happened.
No one's safe from Corona, Jan.
No one's safe from Corona, Jan. But like I said, I'm still optimistic that 2021 will be better. I think 2020 exposed some things that needed to be fixed, that will perhaps have more attention to be fixed. I made some cool friends. I got better at the business side of things. Man, my iPad is getting hot. That is one downside to the iPad, I will say, is that sometimes it gets really hot. Especially if you have it plugged into charge and are drawing on it, it gets real hot. I keep thinking about dyeing my hair again. It's longer than yours now. Really? Are you pulling off that shaggy emo boy look? Emo boy look? You should dye it, but like, what are you thinking of dyeing it to? Like bleaching it out to white or going with, let me think. I feel like having blue in your hair might be cool. I don't know. There's a lot of possibilities there. Maybe blue? See? Same wavelength. My hair's grown out too and I'm so unhappy about it. My short hair, I want it back. Yeah, I had to go through a period of time where I mean, we had Corona, so I couldn't go over and get my hair cut. So my mom left. Yeah, oh my gosh, it was torture. Oh, it was the worst. Like, not being able to go from your bed to the bathroom without running out of breath, that sucked. Having my hair in my fucking face all the time. Ugh. I hate having longer hair at any period of time. So she left the stuff for me to bleach my own hair. Yeah, Brie, I do feel called out. Thank you. She sent me another one of those Capricorn things, and they're just hitting a little too close to home recently. Just a little too close. So I had to bleach my own hair, which went fine, but... Okay, you did help some with the back part that I missed, but that's all. I did everything else myself. I toned it, bleached it. I couldn't cut it though. I don't have that much confidence. She has to cut it. I don't know what I'm gonna do when she stops cutting hair. Dye? Like, I never let anyone else touch my hair. I really like grayish purple when I had it. I like grayish purple as a color. I split up in a ponytail when I do CrossFit and stuff. That's long. I mean, if you bleach it enough, you'll burn some of the hair off. Short hair. Use my music skills today, which I haven't done in a hot minute, and I'm proud that I can still pull it off. Hell yeah, Rain. I cut my own hair. Well, Rain, not everyone is a badass like you are, okay? I would not be able to pull that off very well. I would do a very bad job. I don't even know how my mom did it. Like, I have friends who are hairdressers, and they always compliment my hair. And like, oh, like, who'd you get it done by? I'm like, my mom. I'm like, oh really? Like, is she a hairdresser? I'm like, yeah, she was. Before she had kids. It's been like almost 2 decades, I think, since she's done hair professionally. And they're like, oh, it's impressive that she was able to pull that off. Does she have help? And I'm like, no. I gave her a Pinterest picture and said, I want that. And she pulled it off. She's magic. A lot harder to mess up. Yeah, if I have short hair and I mess it up, it's gonna be a lot more noticeable than long hair. It's hard for me to believe that I had hair like past my knees at some point. If Ryan's here, he'll remember that a little bit. Hello, kittens. Took me about 30 minutes to get my fucking cheeseburger. Speaking of Chef Boy Wonder, it's about 8:13. Do you want to eat soon?
Sure.
I would like to eat soon. He's gonna make me little sliders to help me feel better today. I don't know. Definitely disappointed to have lost, but the person who did win definitely deserved it. They made me wait forever and brought me the wrong food, and I had to wait for them to make more. That's a bummer. Mine is down past my waist. That's long. That's long hair. I don't know, as soon as I cut it, because I had it to a diagonal length and then grew it out, and then as soon as I cut it to a pixie, I never looked back. And it was really annoying because initially when I had it cut, my dad was mad about it because he was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna look like a boy now. But as soon as someone was like, oh, she looks like a fairy, he was fine with it. So I was like, awesome, I can get away with this now. I was super sweet and nice to the workers, but I can be angry about it now though. Well, that's fine. I would be hard pressed to believe that you were rude to workers. I've had my hair short. I don't like it like that. It doesn't fit my personality. It fits mine. Everybody's different. And it also depends on your face shape. You know, a lot of girls can have short hair, but not a lot of girls can have pixie cuts or bobs. It really depends on the shape of your face and the length of your face on what you can pull off. I mean, it's annoying, but they were busy and shit happens. You're right. Okay, I am going to kind of darken up a little bit down here since it's a little bit more in the shadow. I like these tunes we have. So this is the synthwave playlist from Stream Beats, which is really nice so far. Y'all both pull off the short hair well. I'll have to send a picture of what mine looks like short into the Discord. It's cute, just not me. That's fine. I had long hair, and a lot of people thought it was cute, but I hated it. It was just such a pain in the ass to have. And what made it, like, an easier decision for me was, like, I remember Abby had been born, so, man, that was 10 years ago. And that was around the second time I grew it out. She kept pulling on my hair, and it hurt a lot, especially when I was, like, changing her diapers or giving her a bath or something. So I cut it off, she couldn't pull on it anymore, which made her super pissed. Made me laugh. But it's just, it's more functional. It's just easier for me to have short hair. I don't have to worry about it. At most, I have to clip back the bangs sometimes when I'm doing stuff. You know, if I have kids eventually, they won't be able to pull on my hair. And I don't have earrings anymore, so they can't pull on those either. They'll just have to sit there and suffer. Where's my Discord? I lost my Discord. There it is. Okay. That reminds me, did you guys want to have, like, dedicated voice chat nights? I feel like there should be one dedicated voice chat night for art, and then one dedicated voice chat for just fucking around. Doing literally whatever. Memeing about whatever we feel like doing. Sent. I'm curious. Because sometimes I feel like those two clash. Oh, you're gorgeous. You can pull off anything. I hate this. You and Sam send pictures in the chat and are like, oh, I'm so ugly. And then bust in the doors like goddamn models. I mean, you look cute. But if it's not for you, it's not for you. And you don't have to change your hair because of someone else. Grow it out. Have it be long and beautiful. Your eyes are so blue. And you have such long lashes and perfect eyebrows and a gorgeous hair color. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Good. Thank you, Rain. That's a refreshing change of pace. Anytime I try to tell Sam she's cute, she's like, no. I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm right. You're wrong. And then Kittens backs me up. I personally like that hairstyle on you, but I feel like with your eyes, your face shape, what was it? It was eyes, face shape, and then something else. I feel like you could pull off just about any haircut you wanted to. And you could have a lot of fun with longer haircuts too. I've seen some girls where they wanted it like both ways, so they have like a half-shaved head and the other really, really long. I wanted to do that so bad, but I'd have to grow it out and that's such a pain in the ass. Listen, it's not about me, nah. No, listen, Sam is gorgeous. We know this. Long hair posted. Well, it also helps that you have just really gorgeous hair. I mean, it's got like a little bit of a natural curl to it. It's shiny. It looks like it's really healthy. It looks like you have thick hair. So that also looks very good. Long. I want a side shave so bad. I mean, why not? I think if I were ever to grow my hair out, it would be one of those like shaggy mullet haircuts that I really like. The one that Celeste has. Something kind of like this. I tried my damnedest to grow my hair out, and I could not stand, I can't stand that in-between phase. It just is the worst. Chris would hate it. Who the fuck is Chris? And why does his opinion matter? Listen. All my guy friends and my dad hated my short hair, and eventually they got over it. My husband, yeah, see? Got a ring on it. He'll get over it. Kittens wants him too. Kittens wants everybody. Kittens wants my husband, which you can't have. Kittens. He's my Chef Boy Wonder. Truly though, if you want to shave like half your head, he can get over it. I think he'll get over it. People think they're gonna hate something until it's around them for a while, and then it becomes like second nature. Chris looks like a Viking. Chris is hot. Those two things are the exact same thing. Viking and hot are basically the same word. What are you laughing at? You have an opinion, sir? Thor himbos. He has like the long Thor hair going on. That is hot. But you see, having long hair for a guy is against the norm, so it should be fine for you to shave half your head and do that against the norm. Why not? You would look like a Viking goddess. I'm just all for people shaving or cutting their hair at least once in their life. At least once. Once. I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I didn't sleep super well, and then I woke up on just the most sour note, which didn't help. for those of you who don't know, I applied for the Patreon Creators Grant. And let me just clarify right off the bat. The people who won deserve to win. They had a fantastic idea. They had a great pitch for it, and it will be super helpful to a ton of people. I loved it, and will hopefully someday be able to get a book from them. It's like a D&D campaign thing to include disabled people, which I thought was pretty badass how they did that. However, I applied for it, so naturally I wanted to win, and I woke up and found out that I didn't, and while it is very sad, I'm also glad that I lost to people who are very worthy competitors. Losing is a lot easier when you lose to the right people, and I lost to the right people, but still a little devastating, not gonna lie. It just would have been really helpful. So I was like, yes, I did not get that $10,000 grant. That would have been absolutely phenomenal for me right now, but it's fine. That's why I put so much effort into my Etsy shop, as a backup plan. So we're already moving forward in a different channel. I don't mind working a little bit harder to get where I'm going. But they had such a cool thing where you had to roll the dice to see how much, for me, I have chronic pain. I have migraines almost every day. I have to take a daily medication for it, and then a medication on top of that for when they get worse, and then I have to move into getting injections soon because the by-mouth medicine is not doing as well as we were hoping it would. Yeah, injections I'm not excited for because I don't like needles, but it's okay. But if I had a D&D character that had the same disability as me, I would roll the dice to see how much pain I'm in that day, and that would also affect the storyline. And I think that's just a really nice way of incorporating people's real-life problems with their characters, you know? And still be a hero in that story, or a villain, or whatever you wanted to be. I thought that was just really badass. I think it would have looked worse for Patreon if they didn't give it to them at that point. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of people that were... you had a 60-second pitch video, and there were a lot of people that started their pitch video with, "Hi, I'm disabled, I'm a part of this community." They gave 6 reasons as to why they wouldn't be able to do a project, at least from my point of view. I didn't start my video saying, "Hi, I have chronic ocular migraines almost every day, how can I help you?" I could have, but I felt like if I did that, it would, bump me out of a chance at winning. Because I don't know what they're looking for. They didn't really give a good judging criteria. They just said, make a 60-second video if you create something and we might pick you. Which is fine, but I really wish they would have, given a little bit more of a clear criteria for what they wanted or what they're looking for. But I mean, most people started off their thing with being, "Hi, I have this problem," or "Hi, I have this thing." And I thought it was cool that the person who won was kind of solving that problem for people, at least in a D&D standpoint. So I don't think Patreon picked them because of pity reasons. I think Patreon picked them because despite their illnesses, they came up with a way to incorporate it into a fun activity that can bring some knowledge, bring some light to the subject, but without making it a bummer, maybe? Because as much as I like answering people's questions when they ask about why I'm in pain so often, but sometimes it can kind of be a bummer talking about it, you know? And sometimes you get really weird reactions from it. I've had people get angry at me by talking about my migraines on Instagram, which truly baffles me. But I don't know. For me personally, it's not something I want to advertise when I'm trying to be professional. But they did it in such a way to where it was very professional. I think there were some people who did it tastefully and some people who did it not so tastefully. And I think Patreon made a good pick. I think they it's a good project with legs to stand on, and they had a clear plan behind it. If you go look through all of the people, I think there was like 500 entries. There were some people who very clearly did not have a good plan. They did not care if their plan failed or not. Like, if you're getting a grant for $10,000, I feel like you should plan things out in excruciating detail. Because that's not like money to just fuck around with, you know? So I think they were definitely looking for people who seemed like they had a good head on their shoulders and had a good plan. And there were some people that were very obviously not taking it as seriously as they should. So I'm really glad I didn't lose to those people. That sounds mean, but like I said, losing is a lot easier when you lose to a worthy competitor. So while I was super bummed out because I was looking forward to the possibility and I had a game plan in place, like I said, I'm a planner, so I also had a backup plan in place. So just because I didn't get the grant, that doesn't mean I can't do my plan anymore or my project anymore. It just means I have to shift gears in certain areas. And then we keep moving forward. But I thought it was cool that they did it in such a way that includes others, I guess. I liked that. I thought it was cool. Still a bummer for me, but I'm also happy that their project is going to be a little bit more widespread and help more people, I think. And like I said, I'm hoping to get that. If I get into D&D, I hope I can get that book from them at some point. Hello, Box Kid. I wish I could take your pain for you. I enjoy getting poked with needles. What the fuck? Why? How do you enjoy being poked with needles? It's the worst. It's different. Tattoo needles, I could probably stand. I haven't gotten a tattoo yet. But sometimes they just like do the needles with no ink on you so you can see how it feels. That's very different. That's just the surface of my skin. I hate it when you get needles like in your arm or in your mouth when you're getting dental work done or something. I hate that. But because my migraines are almost daily and rising in intensity, the medication I have was working. The problem is that by the time, like, you have to take the medication when you're at like a level 2 or 3 pain. But the problem is that I keep waking up being already at a 6 or 7. So when I take medication, I just end up throwing it up and it fries my vocal cords. It really, really hurts. It burns so bad. And unfortunately, the type of migraine that I have is very adaptable. I don't understand how the hell that works. I don't understand how something can adapt like that to a pain medication, so I was going to have to switch it up anyways. So I get 2 injections at the doctor's office when we can finally make that appointment and talk about it when the world's not ending. And then I have to inject myself once a month from then on. And it's kind of like an EpiPen. You just put it flat on like your leg and you click the thing and it sticks the needle in. I made the mistake of looking up the needle. They like injected it into a clear gel so you could see it. Oh, it's bigger than I thought and it goes deeper than I thought. That's what she said. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I hate needles, so I'm not looking forward to that. But if it also makes the excruciating pain go away, I'll get over it. That was another interesting aspect of 2020. I had to keep my heart rate down and my stress level low, so that my migraines would hopefully decrease a little bit. And then 2020 decided to be what it was. And I was like, okay, doc, listen. Keeping my heart rate down to a certain level is just not going to happen. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you with that, but it's not going to happen. Tattoo needles do not feel like shots. No, they don't. It's a lot better than a shot. I watched my IV needle getting poked in my hand twice. Why? See, I like the top of the hand one better than this one. When they put the needle here, I hate that. I would much rather have it on the top of my hand. Much rather. Because if I twitch and the needle's here, like that's just not gonna not go well for anybody. I wish I had videoed my surgery when I had that medical stuff happening. At least I had a pic of my insides. Fuck no. What is wrong with you people? And I know a fear of needles is, doesn't make much sense. They don't even hurt that bad. It's not the pain of the needle. It doesn't hurt that bad. It's not bad at all, really. I mean, it's like a mosquito biting you. It's just the fact that a needle is going in my arm or my leg. That's what bothers me a lot. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you why. It's a very silly fear to have. Maybe they don't need to be as bright. I feel like that's very bright. There we go. That's a little bit better. Anyways. So coloring this is not, I don't know, that's gonna have to be another thing that I work on this year, is coloring things the way I want to. But that's what I meant by earlier when I said I wish like Brain Dead Me and not Brain Dead Me could have a conversation, because Brain Dead Me always colors and draws things so much better than less Brain Dead Me, and I don't understand why. Like, for instance, let's take a lookie. This one was alright. This wasn't my favorite, but it's alright. And then this one. I really like how this one turned out, color-wise. And then even this one. Like, who drew that? Not me, but it was me. But how? I don't understand. That's alright though. We'll get there. That's what this year is about. I can watch other people get injections, but I can't watch when I get them. I can't watch it at all. Plasma needles, though, those aren't nearly psychological. They don't be feeling too good. This doodle looks dope. Thank you. Once I had a technician pierce through the far wall of my vein while giving plasma. I had to switch arm. Oh! The skin around my right elbow was black for like a week. Okay, we have to switch subjects to literally anything else besides needles. Let's talk about our art goals for the year, or any goals we have for the year, or something fun and stupid. Literally anything. The only needle I hate is the spinal tap needles. Okay, alright, change of subject. Art goals, fun goals. What are you gonna do in 2021 to flip the world off with your spiritual middle finger, your metaphorical middle finger? Anything else, please. Ugh. Y'all doing this on purpose. I have a goal. Idle, please. If that relates to needles, fuck you. My goals be poked before. I hate all of you so much. I don't. I love you all, but you torment me so. I don't feel good. I'm weak. This is abuse. How dare. What a tragedy is my life. I can't believe I made a brush out of bismuth. I can't wait to make more. I'm still trying to tweak this brush to be really what I want it to. It's still not quite there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out. My goal is to finish the blanket I'm crocheting for kittens. There, goal. Flawless. Beautiful. Thank you, Sam. You will now earn the Discord name of favorite child. My goal this year is to get a job or disability. I would say same, but I don't know if migraines are still not acknowledged as a disability yet. I think that's still in conversation. But if, I become a full-time artist in the meantime and that Etsy shop takes off, then I won't need it, hopefully. I hope you are able to get a job with disability. I feel like disability should be handed to you on a gold platter after what you've been through. I become the favorite child. Fuck you, Soggy. Hell yeah. And he's not here to defend himself, so double fuck you. Chronic pain from headache could be a disability. It's not a headache, it's a migraine. They're two very different things. A headache can only reach a certain pain point unless it's being caused by a tumor or something. A migraine can reach up to a 10. By that time, it's hitting like cluster headache territory. But it literally makes me go blind, which is very inconvenient. Super inconvenient. I don't know. Up until fairly recently, I didn't really think of it in that way. Both are in the head, same difference. Not really. But I could go on like a 3-hour long spiel about how they're two very different things. Yeah, I can't see, and it's so annoying. Particularly out of just this eye. This eye is the worst when it comes to that. That was an interesting eye doctor appointment. Because I didn't find out until I went to the eye doctor, and she was like, yo man, are you seeing this light? Because I could see it in this one, and she was like, okay, now I'm going to shine it the other one. And I was just sitting there waiting, and she was like, what can you see? Because they have a light in one part, and then you have to like read a letter. I'm like, I'm waiting for you to shine the light. She's like, I am shining the light. And I'm like, well, I can't see it, so I don't know if it's on the same side and you just messed up. And then it became like a 2-hour long eye doctor appointment where she was like, why can't you see out of your eye? And so she was like, do you get migraines? Do you get pain in your eye? And I'm like, yes, it's excruciating, but I was kind of raised in a family where you just put some dirt in it, rub it off, you're fine. So I didn't think of anything of it until she started freaking out about it a little bit, and I was freaking out a lot. So she thought I had a retinal tear, but she took pictures, and it wasn't that. And then through looking through family history, I found out that really bad migraines is just kind of our thing. That paired on top of college involving a lot of all-nighters and a horrible insomnia problem that I've gotten over. I no longer have a really bad insomnia problem. Fuck you, insomnia. Kiss my ass. I mean, shouldn't the amount of pain be a disability on its own? You would think, from what I've read, and I haven't read into it too much because it just irritates the shit out of me, there are still people who are arguing that it is not a severe enough thing to be qualified under disability, despite loss of sight. Cluster headaches count as a disability, I believe, which is good because you have to breathe on an oxygen mask to get through that. I believe I've only had like one in my lifetime, which was horrible. It made me pass out, which was miraculous because I felt like pain would have just kept me awake. Like, that's the worst part, is it keeps you awake. You can't go to sleep. When I was younger, my parents were like, just go take a nap and sleep it off. I'm like, I feel like my eye is about to pop. It feels like it's going to pop. Like, when I was younger, there was literally a moment where I wondered how much trouble I would get in if I just, like, took it out. Like, I seriously sat down and contemplated, would I be able to, like, take a spoon and just get my eye out fast enough for me to not be able to do it and go into shock? You know what I mean? Like, I would rather have not had that eye at all than to have it in my head if it just meant the pain would stop. And then, like, years and years of going to doctors and them telling me it's nothing, and then I found a doctor who was like, listen fam, how many migraines do you have a week? I'm like, 5. Sometimes 4. Sometimes all 7 days. And she was like, that's fucked up. We should do something about that. And I was like, thank God. Right? Hello, sir. My mother gets migraines and she's down for like a few days. Yeah, my mom, She gets migraines, but she can usually power through them. My sister and I mean, we're down for a couple days. It's pretty bad. I think and it doesn't help that it's double genetics. My mom has a history of migraines, and my dad has a history of migraines, except for boys and girls, it's the reverse. Boys tend to get really bad migraines when they're younger and then grow out of them. Girls tend to grow into worse ones as time goes on because things weren't already inconvenient enough for women as is. So my dad had really, really bad ones when he was young, but he grew out of them. My mom still has some bad ones to this day, but hers just weren't never on the same level as Riley and I's. Oh, see, I almost like that more. I don't know. I'll fuck around with the colors for a little bit. They'll expect her to work through it even if they don't understand. It's worse than headache. I mean, I had managers who, like, specifically at Starbucks, let's say, I had some managers who would try to get me sent home as early as possible. And then I had some managers where there was one shift where I threw up 3 times while I was there. Could not hear anything or understand what anybody was saying. Like, it just sounded like they were slapping random letters of the alphabet together. I could not understand a word anyone was saying. I couldn't open my eyes, but they kept me on the floor to work anyways. Because they're just like, oh, it's a migraine. It can't be that bad. As far as scoliosis goes, it's not a disability on its own, no matter how much the curve is. It should be. Ugh. Let's take care of scoliosis first, and then we'll get to migraines. Scoliosis should not even have to be argued. You had to have surgery on your spine. That is such a big deal. The fact that that's not immediate, like an immediate disability handout, is beyond me. I don't understand that. Like, even with Riley, if I remember correctly, we had to argue on her case as well. She got automatically some because of the severity of her autism plus the learning disability. But the migraine thing is still ignored, for the most part. Which frustrates me. It's your spine. That shouldn't be a debate or question. Exactly. So let's argue for scoliosis first. Not to flex, but I set off metal detectors because of a titanium rod in my back. Fruity checks. I have questions and concerns. Like, you could have a U-shaped spine and it wouldn't be disability. How? How is that a thing? Listen, my migraines get bad enough to make me want to blow my own brains out, but I don't have a curved ass spine. I feel like if your spine is messed up, it should just be automatic, no debate, get disability. That shit's hard to deal with, especially recovering from that. That is unimaginably hard. I can't even imagine. Curvy spine, sexy. Nah, maybe a properly curved spine. But I don't understand how that's not like an automatic thing.
Scoliosis, your ass is that fat.
You're a dork. My shit's shaped like an S. That seems correct. Damn, baby, let me see that curve. This curve? Oh, I don't have curves. Maybe the curve of my glasses. Curve of my nose. Sorry. I don't know. Does having her be a little bit more reddish make her stand out more? Migraines are primarily female and you can't see pain. Yeah, that was my hardest thing to deal with the first few doctors that I went to. Is because of how young I was, they felt like I was being dramatic, and then as I got older, I was like, okay, now I'm old enough for my pain to be believable, I'll go see a doctor again. And then it was, well, you just started becoming a woman now, and you're gonna have womanly pains, and you can get over it, and you got hormones now. I'm like, I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like usually hormones don't automatically give every girl excruciating pain. To the point where I pass out on the bathroom floor more than once. Why? And then I finally found a doctor after I was just so tired of dealing with it on my own. Because I was taking like 3 to 4 ibuprofen almost every single day, twice a day. That's not healthy. That's going to murder, what is it, kidneys or liver?
Yes.
Both? Yeah, both. And I didn't want to continue that trend. And it wasn't like I was allergic to anything. I've changed up my diet. Before I had chronic migraines, I was a really active person. I exercised. I went on regular walks. I did hikes. My mom was always a health food nut, so it's not like we grew up with junk food. Riley couldn't eat a lot of junk food or it would make her migraines go nuts. So I've always just had them. And I'm really bad that someone didn't call that out sooner and be like, hey, maybe we should fix that. Just maybe. I don't know. Because ocular migraines in particular pick up momentum. So the more you have them, the more you're going to get later on, and the worse they're going to get. So the fact that it went unchecked for so long already put me in a rough spot. Because then it got to a point where I was having them almost every single day, and it's really hard to break that momentum and get it to start rolling backwards again. Getting in a better sleeping pattern helped a lot, so please kids, it's not cool to be sleep deprived. Please sleep. Because once you start getting to 4 hours or less of sleep a night, it's so hard to get back into a regular sleeping habit. At least for me it was. It was very hard. Throughout college, I mean, there were times where I stayed up for almost 3 days straight. Because I was stressed. School's really intense. I had professors who made it, like, one in particular made it their mission to make me miserable. And I really didn't want to fail that class. So, yeah. Say fuck it and just sleep. If your professor wants you to work hard enough where you cripple your body, it's not worth it. And fuck that guy. Get sleep. If I can make myself get sleep, you can make yourself get sleep. Sleep is one of my least favorite things to be doing. But hold on, let me get a consensus. Does making her look a little bit more red have her stand out from the background? Or should I tweak it back to be a little bit more bluish green? But I'm really looking forward to seeing how my posing gets. Hot take. Fuck not just that guy, but all guys. I don't know. I know some really good guys though. I'm married to one. But he's a himbo. I don't know if he counts. I kind of like it greener myself because it just looks more her. She's not really like a reddish character. I've got a little bit of red at the bottom and a little bit of green at the top, so I think it's balanced. What if I mix green and red in a way? I don't know. That's gonna be something that I'm gonna make myself do a lot more is I have to get used to other color palettes. I can't keep using the same like greens. Not greens. I don't use greens. I draw Dilfer a lot because she makes me use green. I can't stick to the same pinks and blues. I have to learn other tricks. Ah, thank you, Idol. There, she's got some red at the bottom, green at the top. Do we like that? Is this a good consensus? She'll appear more distinct from the background. What you're doing this year is right. Trust the girl who went to school for 6 years just to get a piece of paper, and ugly one at that. Yeah, Lynn, but you're still a badass. Don't ever forget that. Nice, I'm down with that. Thank you. But, so I guess this can count as a slight bit of a check-in. So I said it at the beginning, but I don't think everyone was here for it. So specifically with this pose, I know it doesn't look like much. It looks like a sketch, but for me, it was phenomenal. That's because I learned a cool thing. So we've got, I think the horizon line was, listen, fuckface. I think the horizon line was somewhere here. So I've had a lot of trouble posing my characters in a way that looks dynamic and in a way that looks believable. So after watching the posing bundle from Modern Day James on Gumroad, I feel like it was really obvious, and there's probably going to be a lot of moments where some of the things that I learned that I'm really excited about are very duh to everybody else, but I didn't know them. So everything below the horizon line tilts downward like this. And then as it gets more close to the horizon line, it tilts straight, and then we start getting more up. And that creates kind of like a flow and more dynamic, and it just looks more accurate. So I didn't use a reference for this pose, I just tried to draw Dell and use that principle, and it already helped a lot. And I still have more exercises to do from him, so I'm really looking forward to seeing my improvements on that. And in that Gumroad, he referenced another Gumroad to try out, and I think I will, but I'll be keeping you guys updated on that because I think it'll be really useful. Oh, hello, Moobot. I'll never advocate for losing sleep, but tell me if you couldn't grab a degree from Art Center. This was in 2017. Yeah, Art Center, last I checked, it's been a couple years, didn't really have a lot of options for homeschoolers. Like in terms of scholarships, if you were homeschooled, sometimes it's a lot easier to get scholarships, and sometimes it's a lot harder to get scholarships depending on where you're at. And art schools, I found very quickly, just they were still trying to figure out what to do with homeschoolers in terms of scholarships and opportunities. SCAD at the time, when I talked to a representative for SCAD back when I was still in college, they were like, the Midwest has a lot of homeschool kids, figures. So we're trying to figure out ways to accommodate them, because from their point of view, it's really easy for parents to just slap an A and say they did the work without the kid actually doing the work, and it sucks because there's actually people who do that. But I mean, Art Center just wasn't an option for me there, and despite it, I have no doubt that it's a fantastic school. If I had an opportunity to go there, I probably would, even now, because I've heard very many good things. And I also have heard that sleep is a rare commodity there. So I understand. It is an intense program, and it is to try and weed out people who aren't taking it seriously, but part of the problem I have is I feel like it's already setting you up to get fucked over in your job. Because it's been no secret that industry standards, especially depending on the company you're working for and the job you get, like let's say an artist working for video games, they don't always have your best interest in mind. From what I've seen, always do your own research into that. My opinion is just one of many, but I feel like sometimes art schools try to make that a regular thing so that when you get out and get a job, you won't complain about it. You won't think to advocate for, hey, maybe I should get normal hours of sleeping like any other fucking person would at any other job, instead of working a grueling job where I'm lacking sleep and lacking a basic human necessity. Like it always kind of rubbed me the wrong way that sometimes schools do that. And sometimes it's different. Sometimes you don't get sleep because you have a friend group and you guys just really want to chug along and improve, and that's great. That, I feel like, is an exception to the rule. You stay awake because you're excited about something and happy about something. But, again, I just feel like it's weird how some of those A-list art schools kind of make it such a normalized thing for you to constantly be losing sleep and forgetting to eat and things like that for your job that you're going to have for the rest of your life. They're just kind of setting you up for that expectation so that you don't know to complain when you get there. It it's weird. But again, I could easily be wrong, and that is not applicable to every single situation. There were some nights where I didn't sleep in college for that reason. My friends and I were excited for a project, and we stayed up to get it done, and it was fun. But there was also times where you were pressured to stay awake and pressured to do things for a long time. That was not okay. That was not fun. I feel like you should not be forced to doing something, getting into unhealthy habits, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I mean, if you could get a free ride there, would you not take it in a heartbeat, despite the guaranteed lack of sleep? Well, I mean, because of my lack of sleep, I have now a worse chronic pain condition, so I don't really know what you want from me there. If I got a free ride there, I think I would. I don't know. California is nice, and I like it there. And I would love to learn from some of the teachers there, but you can also learn from some of those same people online and still get one-on-one critiques for a fraction of the price. So I just don't see a reason anymore. Like, that's one of the reasons I'm doing Gossamer's Challenge, is I'm seeing less and less of a reason for people to pay that much money to go to an art school where you're put through the ringer that hard, when you could get the same type of education without having to make such a big decision, like moving thousands of miles. Now, I would love to live in California regardless someday, just because I like it down there. But like I said, there's just less and less of a reason to do that. You know, you can pick your teachers a lot more than you would if I went to art school, if I went to art center and got a degree there, I wouldn't be able to pick my teachers as much as I would want to. I wouldn't have the same kind of freedom. I'd be paying a shit ton more money and getting less sleep. So, like, which sounds more appealing? Getting the same teachers, being able to pick them more exactly, getting a proper amount of sleep, not having to move thousands of miles. Like, the only thing you would be missing at that point is, like, the networking aspect, which is important, but you can also get that through joining different people's Discords or talking with them online. Hello. Why? That's my tea. Fuck you. Dork. Trip for the horizon line. Hold the stylus in front of your face horizontally while looking at your character. Lower it until it feels visually heavy. That's what you like. So it visually feels heavy? Well, if we're looking at Delphira, where she's at now, the horizon line would be somewhere here, because everything from this point downward goes down, right? And then more you get up here, it's straight. Maybe I misunderstood something he said. He was using horizon line a lot, but I could be saying something wrong. I don't know. I would recommend that class, though, for anybody. And get sleep, yeah. Especially in colleges that go quarterly is a nightmare for people who do draw slowly. I draw slower, and I couldn't do my best work because I was just trying to get my assignments done. I mean, in terms of online classes, sometimes you still have to get things done by a certain deadline, but there are classes where you just pay to have, like the posing class I'm taking now. I'm not talking directly with modern day James. I'm not going to bother the man with my helplessness. What I am doing is I bought his course on Gumroad for like dirt cheap. I think it was maybe $15 to $20 for all of the posing classes he has, except for I think the 4 and 5 he just came out with, which are also incredibly cheap. I can learn at my own pace around my pain and work schedule. And if things go well, I'm still going to be on par with some of the people that are leading art center. That might be too bold a statement, because there's a lot of really cool people that come out of art center, but that's the goal, is to be, they wouldn't be embarrassed to be friends with me. There you go. If a bunch of art center people got into a group drawing session, they had me come along with them as their little gremlin friend, and I was drawing with them, they would not be embarrassed by what I was doing. There we go. But I don't know. I just feel like colleges are becoming more and more antiquated as time goes on, depending on what you're getting a degree in. I would not recommend seeking someone out online to learn how to do, I don't know, heart surgery. That would be a little sketch. I saw a profile the other day that was like self-taught heart surgeon, and they weren't kidding. I was so concerned. But for things like art and sometimes music, you know, just the arts. If you have dedication, and if you have a good mentality, and if you have a good work ethic, you could go really far. And I mean, some artists that I watch on YouTube, like big names now, are even starting to get behind that. Like, you don't have to go to a fancy art school. Would it be cool? Yes. Does everybody have the luxury of doing that? Absolutely not. And that's only decreasing with time. How many students next year are going to be able to afford to go to art school, even with some scholarships? Let's be real. Like an online... No, that'd be this year. It's not 2020 anymore. It's already 2021. So there has to be an option out there for the kid who doesn't have that option. And that's one of the reasons I'm doing this, is to be a companion to people who, like me, did not have that option, who tried to go for the next best thing and found out that it was not at all what they needed. I feel like a lot of people forget about that kid, and they get left behind, and it sucks a lot. And people make a lot of assumptions that aren't fair. So like I said in one of my Gossamer's Challenge videos, episode 1, that's up on YouTube and my Instagram right now, because apparently Instagram lets you do videos now. Hello, Sarah. I'm ranting about art school. What a great time to join. But I mean, I'm making this series for people who don't have that option and are just trying to, like, scrounge any resources they can to become the best artists they can be. Fewer and fewer kids are going to be able to afford going to the big fancy art school in California or New York or wherever. Some people have to help take care of their families and can't move thousands of miles away. They don't deserve to have to give up on those things. Which is why I love the fact that more online resources are becoming more available. I mean, Gumroad is a treasure trove of amazing things. And some artists bundle them together, like college courses, and you can take them on your own with your own time. And ArtStation, I've learned, is a very dangerous place for my wallet. Because what is his name? Something Pencil. Hold on, you guys are going to go on a journey with me for a moment. If I can find it there. It's like, let's take a look here for a moment, alright? Y'all are going to see this. So this is my Gumroad. This is not even the stuff I have on ArtStation. So the posing bundle. This is what I have. This is the resources that it comes with. If I remember correctly, it was like maybe Robot Pencil, Anthony Jones. Perfect. Thank you. He has so many tutorials on ArtStation for like $4. It just is baffling me that people will choose to pay and put themselves in that much debt for something that they could potentially learn online. But I've had it pointed out to me that some people do need that classroom setting, and there is nothing wrong with that. You shouldn't be ashamed to go to college or feel like you're doing something wrong by going to college. It all depends on what is the most efficient way for you to learn. One of the reasons I was homeschooled is because I did a lot better just teaching myself than in a classroom setting. It was far too distracting to be in a room with like 30 other kids. I did a lot better sitting down with books and being able to read myself. I don't know, the whole generalized education is just going to become less and less of an option with time. And online learning is going to truly be king in that moment, I think. But go on ArtStation, type in values and you'll find a bunch of really cool courses. Type in illustration, you'll find a bunch of really helpful courses. You just have to go and look. And because some people refuse to go and look, I will look for you. And because people are convinced that if they don't go to this fancy art school, or if they don't have this exact mentor, they'll never succeed. Surprise, I'm making a YouTube series dedicated purely just to proving you wrong. Because it spites me so much when I hear that from people. And I was that person. That's one of the reasons it pisses me off so much, is because I was that person. I gave up for a little bit because I'm like, well, if I can't go to this art school, how am I ever going to be, you know, a big fancy artist? And I don't know, at one point I was like, really, if I want this, I just have to go get it. It's just going to take me possibly longer to get it than others. That doesn't mean I can't have it. I just have to work a little harder, you know? Same thing with the grant thing. No, I didn't get the Patreon grant today, but I have no problem just working a little bit harder to get where I need to be. It's just going to take me longer because I don't have the same resources or benefits that other people have. And I would argue that I have a lot of helpful resources already. Like, look at this. You can't see this because you're on it. Hello. Why are you clacking those at me? I'm in the middle of a rant, my dear.
Food will be ready in 5 minutes.
Food will be ready soon?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine. She hates that. But, I mean, I feel like if I have a functioning computer, I can really get pretty far. And because of Idle, the gentleman in chat who sponsored this PC setup, I feel like I can do things regardless. I don't have the demonic laptop anymore. You are right just below her shoulder. Eyeline. Yeah, so I'm right. The heaviness is a weight you will feel behind your eyes because it's set upward. Yeah, so the horizon line is around her shoulder. I'm sorry, I could not understand that first sentence for a minute. Jones has such a ridiculous amount of volume. Super cheap, high quality content. Plus he has the silky, smooth voice. I agree. You could fall asleep to that man talking in the best way. But his art knowledge is so beautiful that you don't. But he has a bunch of stuff up on ArtStation right now. There's a sale going on that makes it $4 a pop. It's just, like, there's just no excuses anymore for people who say they want to be professional artists and don't go and get it. Which is another reason, I guess, I'm making the series, is to... I don't know, I'm just tired of people... I'm tired of people complaining about it and hearing that, like, oh, I can't go to this art school, I guess I can't be an artist, or... Oh no, I didn't get this artist to mentor me despite how much I harassed them. I guess I'll never be an artist. That was one thing I never did do, and I'm very happy about that. I feel so bad talking to friends that are more successful than I, that get the weirdest fucking emails or DMs. Ugh, that's rough. You could just go learn yourself. There's a million things and places you can look up to go get this. How much are Brainstorm classes these days? I mean, Brainstorm is like, I think somewhere around the vicinity of $1,000, which is a lot less than several tens of thousands of dollars. You know? There's just no reason for it anymore. Like, I can't hear people say, oh, well, I want to be better, but there's no buts. You have a ton of resources at your disposal. Well, I couldn't go to this school or get this mentor. No, I don't want to fucking hear it. If you really want to learn it, you will go learn it. You will find ways to learn it, as I am finding ways to learn it. And Gumroad is a great place for that. However, I spend too much time on Gumroad looking for things, and now I'm spending too much time on ArtStation looking for things. But you know, it's not, at least I'm not buying fucking shoes or something. I don't know. Can you imagine if I bought as much, like, spent as much money towards shoes as I did art tutorials? And that'd be terrible, truly. There was a lot of Cyber Monday sales last year, though, that I also took advantage of. That I highly recommend you take advantage of as well. There's a like an entire website-wide sale right now on ArtStation concerning their tutorials. So there's so many of them are so cheap. It's almost concerning. I feel like Anthony Jones at least could charge a little more for his stuff. Not that I want him to, because I love getting it cheap, but also like, dude, you could charge more. But I mean, I've already done this, and that was just through a couple of pages of drawing stuff from Modern Day James's posing bundle. That's just one part of his bundle. I still have all the rest of it to go through this month. And I'm already seeing improvement. Like I said, this sketch may not look like much to you guys, but let's take this line art, okay? Oh, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do uniform, thank you. So let's take that sketch there. Alright, shut that off. We've got this sketch of Delphira. Now let's go look at a previous sketch of Delphira. Here's another thing. Let's try to find one of her that's not just from the shoulders up. Like, that's a common theme with my work, you know? I tend to draw from shoulders up because I don't know how to draw the body in a very dynamic or fluid way, you know? But now I'm learning. So, let's see. This body kind of came out weird. The angle's definitely weird. I can already see ways I can improve that based on what I've learned from James's bundle. This is shoulders up. That's shoulders up. Shoulders up. Come on. There's kind of a drawing of Delphira, but it, again, also doesn't look... I think I'd use a reference for this as well. Not to say you shouldn't use references, but there's some people who can bust out poses easily with no reference. Again, very static stances. I have like 5 to 6 poses I have in my visual library, and that's a horrible problem. I need to widen that by a fucking huge margin, you know? Scythe Lady hot. That is Delphira's mother. And yes, you're right, she is very hot. I didn't mean to do that, it just happened. Shoulders up, waist up, waist up. Like, we can see a common trend here that is a problem. You know? A very static stance, weird stance, static stance, legs up. This just looks weird. That doesn't look right. I mean, it's kind of okay, but it's not great. Waist up, legs up, waist up. There's one. Still kind of static though. It just doesn't have the angles that I want in drawings or the dynamics that I want. This one also looks kind of weird. Just doesn't look right, you know? Like I know I could do better. Huh. Remember the days when Del was shorter than Peter? Not anymore. I like this one. That one's cute. I had to heavily reference a photo for this one as well. Do you do any figure drawings from life model sessions? Yes, on a pretty regular basis. But it's still... That helps me with, like, shape, language, and... I don't know. Figure drawing helped, but it still didn't help me figure out what my exact problem was. Doing the posing bundle helped point out that I was not thinking of things... Because even with figure drawing, I was thinking of things in a very 2D space when I needed to be thinking of things in a 3D space. So I could do figure drawing all I wanted, but it wasn't going to fix the problem. I needed to be thinking more in a 3D space, and I needed to be focusing on where my horizon line was, and I just needed to get out of my own like head for a little bit. Like, have you guys seen the Resident Evil remake where the camera angle is kind of like you're over your character's shoulder a lot? I needed to do that with my own art. I needed to not be in it as much as looking at it. I don't know if that makes sense. But I mean, like last year I did figure drawing almost every day, and I still just didn't feel like I didn't feel like I had identified the particular problem and picked at it. But now I feel like I have. Figure drawing got me to a certain point, and then flatlined from there. We should do some gesture together. I agree. I'm thinking because I'm under budget every month for the learning resources I had set up, I'm thinking of getting some photo packs from like Graphite. We can look at those and draw from there. We should just all draw together, know what I mean? Yes, we should. That's what I was talking about. We should have like a dedicated art night and then a dedicated just fuck around night, because why not? Sometimes I feel like those two overlap at the same time and it can be distracting. In a fun way, not a good way. I mean, I feel like even with life drawing, that's not gonna help unless you look at it the right way. To gain the right perspective. If that makes sense? I don't know. Pose maniacs and quick poses are where I do my daily gestures. I love quick poses! Yes! I did quick poses. For a while I did Croaky Cafe, and then I dropped them like a bag of potatoes in light of their recent sudden stance on things, which was just out of left field. So quick poses, Graphite Studio on Gumroad is really good. I have an entire Pinterest board just dedicated to like life drawing and various poses. So I'm no stranger to that. I've done that for years. I just wasn't seeing it the right way. I needed to be more technical minded and less fluidity minded, I guess. Most life drawing is being taught what to look for in the fluidity of the body. With correct instructions can help really add fluidity. I didn't have that. When I was in college, they were still arguing whether or not we should have the life drawing. Because at one point they couldn't afford it. And then they could afford it, but only during certain times. So if your schedule didn't line up with that at all, you just weren't getting it. And then at that point I dropped out. So I've really just had myself to teach. Myself is the thing. Oh, I'll message you after stream. I'm not getting into that on stream. It's so fucking annoying. So yeah, if you have a teacher, that's great. I don't. Which is why I'm finding these things. And it also helped that like in a few different Discord servers, you can get critique. Which is very helpful. I'm doing live drawing nights on my server. Live drawing is... Ah! Live drawing nights on my server. Live drawing is huge. Hell yeah. Well, I mean, Sarah, that's kind of the whole point of the thing I'm doing, is not everybody has a teacher. Sometimes you have to teach yourself, which is complicated and really annoying, but not everybody has that. Which is why I'm looking for a bunch of different things to piece together to make a good learning experience. But modern day James is very technical, almost mathematical, which is where I'm lacking. So that's why I went towards his stuff. Because I could go back and go through all my life drawing stuff and get the motion of the pose fine, but if it's not technically sound, it still doesn't look quite right. You know what I mean? Because I knew how hips worked in relation to shoulders. I knew what proportions were. I just didn't know how to puppeteer it in a way that made sense. Mathematical, algebraic. I'm so sorry, algebraic, whatever you want to call it. I need to go eat. Oh my goodness. Children, please. But I need to go eat, so it means I have to end the stream. I do apologize. But I'll be streaming more, since I'm only making one video a month. That's just gonna be bigger. I'm excited for that one. Lame. I'm sorry, Box Kid. I have to eat food. I have to have sustenance, you know? You should eat on stream. I'm not gonna do that. I've already been streaming for almost 3 hours. Children! Hey! You sit. Sit. Don't you turn your ears away from me. How dare. Have a good food. I'll probably vibe in your Discord. Oh, I might see you guys in the voice chat later then. But I'll see you guys later.